Hi guys, it's the YouTube commentator Baldrick, and I will be giving you my 2 cents worth on what I think of overpowering guns on Call of Duty, or any game. I might get into other games as well. So let's start off with what an overpowered gun is. An overpowered gun is a gun that performs better in almost every single aspect of a gun compared to a standard light assault rifle. And a good example of this would probably be, I'd say, the not AN-94, that PDW-57. I reckon that's pretty overpowered SMG, or the MP7. That's very overpowered. I always get shot across the map with that gun. It is a beast to use. I'm not saying you shouldn't use it, but compared to the other SMGs, it can be a bit overpowered because it doesn't have the biggest range, but its fire rate sort of accommodates for its lack of range, so it can get long shots by just putting in tons of bullets into the enemy's face. So that's what it basically does. Another overpowered gun would probably be the... I'll talk about an underpowered gun. An underpowered gun would be the Desert Eagle from Modern Warfare 2. They just sucked shit, and that's because they had too much recoil. You couldn't even get a good shot from like 5 meters away because it had the biggest kick out of almost any gun. And Desert Eagles are meant to be like one hit kills, but in case you like start quick scoping with a Desert Eagle, they made it so you can like get 2-3 hit kills like the 44 Magnum in Modern Warfare 2. I think Modern Warfare 2 also had some more overpowered guns. I could say the Intervention, but not really because that's got a bolt action. But I will say the Barrett 50 cal was pretty overpowered. You could go rushing with that with a ACOG scope and you'll just obliterate the opponents, because you almost get a one-shot kill if it's in the chest because it's 50 caliber, so it's a beast of a gun. So what I think of it, I think Call of Duty actually should have some overpowered guns. It's what makes the game fun, and it's good to use some underpowered guns to see if you can win and play around a bit with attachments. And also you can get overpowered attachments. Overpowered attachment, there's not really too many in Black Ops 2. The thermal scopes are not overpowered like Modern Warfare 2's was. I'd say the not the hybrid sight, that's just nothing great either. It's actually pretty hard because they didn't even overpower the grenade launcher. Like, I tried noob tubing in a few games and they've made it really hard. You sometimes have to noob tube people twice, so I think that sort of does ruin the feeling of a noob tube, so that can be a pain at sometimes, but what can you do? It does suck to be noob tubed, so whatever. Back to the attachment. Maybe rapid fire on SMGs is probably a bit overpowered, but that's getting really fussy. I wouldn't consider it overpowered compared to some of the other Call of Duty weapons. And I'll talk about Black Ops 1, and that had some very interesting guns in it. And the guns that you would consider overpowered for me would probably be the AK-47 or AK-74U. Yeah, I think AK-74U was a bit more overpowered than the 47, and that's because it was an SMG and it was practically the same, except it had a teeny bit less damage and a massive fire rate, especially if you put I think you can get rapid fire on Black Ops 1. So it was a beast of a gun. You could get long range kills like the MP7, and it's just a beast to use on Nuketown. If you've seen any of my gameplays with a 74U on Black Ops 1, they're usually pretty beastly. Like, I'm doing pretty well with the AN-94 here because it's just an all-rounder perfect assault rifle. It's not overpowered or anything. They did nerf the range a bit, but I'm not really too fussed because Nuketown's a pretty small map, so it doesn't affect me at all. It wasn't Nuketown 24/7, it was just like a standard gameplay, so nothing too spectacular. What am I even saying? Let's get back onto the topic. So I reckon it would ruin the Call of Duty feel if they completely make everything the same damage, the same everything. They need to have a variety. They need to have the shit guns, the above shit guns, and they need to have normal guns. I'd say the M1A1 from Modern Warfare 2 is like average, something like that. And then they need to have slightly overpowered and a bit overpowered. They don't need fully overpowered, but they do need a bit. They need slightly overpowered weapons, otherwise it takes away the fun in the game. Because in real life, guns aren't all the same in terms of fire rate, damage. They're all different, so I think they should at least incorporate that aspect of war into Call of Duty. And yeah, usually in war, it's whoever has the better gun wins, and that's what they should do in Call of Duty. They should make it, you have to get higher ranks to get better guns, and not give you like the best gun to start off with. That's what I think they should do. Or they should give you medium guns to start off with, and the more you progress, the better guns you get. That's what I personally think Call of Duty should be like in Call of Duty Ghosts, and all the other Call of Duties following that. And it's not just guns, it's like perks as well. That last final stand perk from Modern Warfare 2 was also a big pain in the ass, because you could get the best sniper shot. They might go on to last stand, and I think you can revive him, and the teammate might revive him, and you're thinking, what the hell? That was a perfect headshot, how can he survive that? So yeah, that does also... I know Call of Duty's like a sort of arcade-based shooter, but it needs to have a teeny bit of realism. I congratulate Infinity Ward for getting rid of that annoying perk, but yeah. And also, death streaks, they're also really annoying. I don't see the point of rewarding people for sucking at games, but I think it might stop all the rage quitters, but still, it does get annoying having those death streaks, or death perks, or whatever you call them. So anyway guys, I think this applies for almost any game, unless you're like doing a full-on military shooter. Then they should be like, yeah, this is a full-on military shooter. I meant military simulator. Unless it's like a simulator, the guns should be within they should be within a guideline, not too overpowered or too underpowered, but they should be a bit overpowered and underpowered. So that's my thoughts, and this can apply to basically any game. This also applies to Battlefield 3, maybe not Halo really, but yeah. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this commentary, and see you later. Don't forget to comment, rate and subscribe.